going on, everybody? It's Pat Man Trucking here with another video. Today we're going to talk about should you do the Roehl GYCDL program, or should you go to school to get your CDL, then come to Roehl or any other company you prefer. The pros and the cons of them, and that's pretty much all we're going to talk about today. I'm going to try not to make this too long of a video. Currently, right now, I'm in Florida. I started my new Southeast regional job this week, so that should get me home every weekend. So, me personally, I went to a school outside of Roehl. Then I come to Roehl with my CDL. I still had to go through training. I still had to work for them for so long, but it's not as long as it is when you do the GYCDL program. So here's the pros of going to a school outside of Roehl to get your CDL. Number one pro for me is you can go to any company that you want. No company has any legal obligation or ties to that CDL. So they can't put you on a no-compete like Stevens. They do that. Like, until you pay them off, you have to work for them, or they're going to put your CDL on a no-compete. So that's something you got to think about. That's the biggest thing for me right there is you can do whatever you want with your CDL. You don't have no legal obligation to any company. Now, here's the thing. When you go through a different company instead of the company you're working for, so you go to a school, they're not going to teach you much. When I come Roehl, I mean, I knew the basics of truck driving. I didn't know like jack diddly squat about truck driving. So there's the cons right there. The number one cons. Like, they specifically told me in school they're going to teach me just enough to get my CDL. Then it's up to the company to teach me other than that. So that's the cons. That's really the only thing about that. Now, and you don't have a job when you finish school, so that's another con. But it's easy to get a job. You can go to like Swift, Roehl, Stevens, places like that. But other than that, that's really the cons of that. Now, here's the pros of the Roehl GYCDL program. You're gonna know more when you get your CDL than you would a school. They're gonna teach you more. You're gonna have a job from day one. So when you get to orientation, I guess that's how it goes. I don't know how exactly it went with the GYCDL, but when you get to orientation, I'm pretty sure you're gonna go through orientation. You're getting hired from day one. So they're gonna pay you $400 a week to go to school. They're gonna pay for your schooling. So you're not going to miss a check. That's the one thing I forgot about the other one. You're not getting paid to go to school. You're just going. With the GYCDL program, you're getting paid to go to school. So you're not missing a check. So if you got a family, that's the way to go. You're going to learn more, but they're going to hold you to an obligation of a year, or I think it's 100,000 miles, whichever way you complete first. That's the con of that, because you're stuck with them for a year. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Roehl does the no compete with your CDL, so you can leave before your year's up or your 100,000 miles, and go to work for a different company as long as you pay off your bill. But you're gonna owe them. So I mean, it's good and bad. Now, my personal opinion, with me learning what I learned with Roehl and what I learned in school, go to Roehl, in my opinion, because you're getting paid to go to school. Big pro. I didn't get paid. Went to school for a little over a month. Didn't get paid squat. I was living off the money I had put back. So that's really rough, especially when you have a family, and I have a family, so that's rough. It's going to be easier for you to get a trainer that way too, because you're already in their school. But I didn't take long. I had a trainer within like a day or two after orientation, so it wasn't no big deal. But if there's a wait on trainers, they're gonna get their students first because they've been with them longer. In my opinion, I don't really know if that's fact, but in my opinion, seniority rules, right? So they've been with them, a month going through school. They've been hired on a month. They've been hired on a day. Who's gonna get the trainers first? My opinion. But the GYCDL program, it's got more pros, in my opinion, than cons. They're going to teach you better. You're going to learn a lot more than you will during a CDL school. So, in my opinion, go with the GYCDL program if you're thinking about coming to Roehl and you don't have a CDL. There's other companies out there that do that, like Swift, but they don't do this. They might do the Swift school, but in my area where I come from, they didn't do it, and they sent their students to the same school I went to. You see what I'm saying? So go to the Roehl GYCDL program, work for them for a year, because you're not going to be making. There's more companies out there that pay better, but if you stay with Roehl for that year, you're going to get a better paying job in a year than you would in 6 months. So stay with them the year, hold out, then you can get any job you want with that year. Well, most jobs, some jobs require 2 years, but Roehl's not a bad company, man. So in my opinion, go with the GYCDL program. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and to the point. I know I babbled on a little bit, but that's just me. So I'll catch you next time. Like, comment, subscribe, ask me questions, and I'll get to you with the answers.